Tibet House in New Delhi, India has quite a collection of paintings and sculpture. And with paintings, they have two main types in terms of categorizing them, dividing them. They have painting sets or paintings that belong to sets. And then they have miscellaneous paintings that clearly do not belong to sets. There's a simple single composition, or we don't know if it belongs to a set. Now, an interesting painting they have is depicting a smaller form for a central figure, a central subject, Amitabha Buddha. Amitabha Buddha, red in color, seated in Buddha, typical Buddha appearance, is at the center with a blue halo, with an outer floral frame around the blue halo and a green halo around the head, accompanied by the two famous bodhisattva figures. On his proper right is a white Avalokiteshvara. And how do we know that? It's because there's a Krishnasara, there's an antelope skin over his proper left shoulder, and he's holding a white, fully blossomed lotus flower. On Amitabha Buddha's proper left side is a blue figure standing and holding the stem of a flower blossom with a Vajra scepter on top. So then we know that this is a common kind of triad formation of Amitabha, Avalokiteshvara, and Vajrapani. Very normal. Then above, we have a Shakyamuni Buddha at the very top center, and he's the largest of the Buddhas in the upper portion of the composition. But then surrounding Shakyamuni and surrounding and filling the upper half of the composition are the 35 confession Buddhas. How do we know that? Because we count them, and we also can see that some of them have attributes, like one of them is holding a sword, another has a blue body and a white head, and another one is holding up in the two hands at the chest. He's holding what looks like an armor shirt. So we know that this is the 35 confession Buddhas by number of Buddhas, by context, but also by attributes of what the Buddhas are holding. But then because of that, then we also know through the attributes that this is the group of 35 confession Buddhas popularized by Je Tsongkhapa, the founder of the Gelugpa school. There's several different ways to depict the 35 confession Buddhas. The three main ways are depicting the Buddhas with the hand gestures of the five symbolic Buddhas that we find in Tantric Buddhism, but we can find them with Shakyamuni Buddha and with other Buddha depictions, the standard gestures of the hands. Then the second one is what's referred to as the Nagarjuna tradition. And this one is considered not original to the Nagarjuna, who's famous for Madhyamaka, but it's considered a later production, and it's not always considered valid, which is one reason why Tsongkhapa came up with his own, based on his own visionary experiences, which can be found in his various biographies where they're discussed. So then, right below Amitabha, we have what should be a four-faced male figure seated with the hands in meditation gesture, seated in Vajra posture. Now remember, we do not call the feet placed over the thighs, we do not call that the lotus posture. That's in Hinduism, and in other Indian literature they can call it lotus posture. In Buddhism, this is called Vajra posture. So surrounding this white figure, which is Mahavairochana, and a figure that's often associated with funerary rituals, purification and funerary rituals. It's very possible that this painting was commissioned as part of a funerary ritual of some kind, or to commemorate the death of somebody in the family. And then on either side of the white figure, we have 6 more bodhisattva-like figures, peaceful deities. And these 6, along with Avalokiteshvara and Vajrapani, make up the 8 great bodhisattvas. So these other bodhisattvas would include Manjushri, Maitreya, Samantabhadra, Akashagarbha, etc. And then descending down coming forward in the landscape in the foreground, then we have some monks, and then at the bottom we have different buildings and whatnot. And what this is representing also is the pure land of Sukhavati, the pure land of Amitabha Buddha, otherwise known in Tibetan as Dewa Chen. So you can press like, you can subscribe, you can join HAR on Patreon. You can join HAR on Patreon for free. You have to subscribe. You can join for free, but you have to sign up. And then there are benefits, there are videos, there are announcements of various sorts on Patreon, as well as if you pay, then and donate, then you can have access to over 120 videos, and the longest single video, I think is 30 minutes on that channel.